Audience members were even more glassy-eyed than usual, only this time they had an excuse. Here's what happened when professional hypnotist Paul McKenna put some of Montel Williams' audience members into a trance and told them laughter is illegal.
Madam, you are the politician who introduced the bill. You share with us your thoughts.
People should not be happy. They should not laugh.
Yes.
It makes them feel good.
Yes.
People should not feel good.
Hypnosis. Everyone knows what it is, but no one knows for sure how it works.
For some, it's like a carnival sideshow, a trick performed by a magician in collusion with a planted member of the audience.
Others see it as a medical breakthrough, a tool used to treat everything from pain relief to smoking and weight loss.
Either way, it's a perfect subject to put to the test.
My name's Paul McKenna, and I claim that by using the power of hypnosis, I can eliminate any phobia in the world in 20 minutes.
British-born McKenna has been practicing hypnosis and hypnotherapy for more than 10 years. Entirely self-taught, his list of clients includes the Duchess of York, Sarah Ferguson, heavyweight boxing champion Frank Bruno, and supermodel Jerry Hall. His work in the field has produced both a best-selling book and a successful series of self-help tapes. He's also a popular international television personality.
And they will all be meeting Paul for the very first time.
That's fantastic.
Paul begins the first in a series of hypnotic exercises.
Hypnosis is a very simple psychological technique that empowers suggestions. So if I put somebody into a hypnotic trance and offer them a suggestion, it's more likely that they will follow that suggestion. So if somebody has a dysfunctional behavior or fear or phobia, something they want to change about themselves, I hypnotize them and offer their mind new behaviors, alternatives, and, if you like, empower them.
How can you do it so quickly?
We've all been led to believe that phobias are very difficult to get rid of. You know, if you go see your average psychiatrist, they put you through a program of systematic desensitization. About 6 months is what it will take. Using the power of hypnosis and some of the modern psychological techniques, it can be done in a few minutes.
To put Paul McKenna's claim to the test, we culled through dozens of reports about people with serious life-altering phobias. We chose Gina Wojciechowski, 35-year-old mother of 3, whose profound fear of heights has had a dramatic impact on both her and her family. At first glance, Gina, her husband Andy, and their children seem like a typical family. But Gina's phobia touches almost every aspect of their lives. For the past 8 years, her fear of heights has prevented her from flying, and even at home, something as simple as climbing a ladder is virtually impossible.
Come on.
No, I can't.
No,
I can't.
Just
Look how it's wiggling now.
It's all right.
I don't like it. You're always thinking of the worst. What if we have an earthquake? What if the building fell? You know, what if? What if? You always have the bad things in your mind, but never the positive things about it. I even feel like my youngest, my 8-year-old, I feel like I'm instilling the fear into him. And I don't want that to be a problem for him. I've even instilled some of the fear into my husband.
She'll start saying things like, watch the edge, you're getting too close. It's gonna happen. Something's gonna happen. So I start freaking out myself.
To help us better understand the fear she faces every day, Gina agreed to spend an afternoon with us doing things that many of us take for granted, but Gina finds terrifying. On a drive through the foothills, she couldn't look out the window. At a shopping mall, she wouldn't go near the railing.
Does it bother you? You're stepping back. Does it bother you to go forward?
Yeah.
How close can you get?
That's about it.
And going up just 3 floors in a glass elevator made her nervous.
How are you feeling right now?
Very sick.
But on that scale?
Ooh. See, what is that noise? I don't like that at all. I just don't like that. I don't put myself in those situations. Like, I would never do this unless I absolutely had to. But, you know, I wanted people to understand the way that I feel.
Do you ever get to the point where you just can't take it?
That's the point that I'm at right now. That's why I agreed to do it. I'd love to be hypnotized into getting rid of my fear forever.
It was time to begin the first phase of our test, the hypnosis session. Gina and Paul McKenna signed affidavits stating that he had never hypnotized her before. This would also be the first time I had witnessed the process.
Very shortly, you will have overcome your fear of flying, your fear of heights forever.
We will not show you nor let you hear the entire hypnotic induction to ensure that you at home cannot be hypnotized.
So, what I'd like you to do is shake hands with me, and as you do, look into the palm of your hand. Watch the changing focus of your eyes, only as fast as... When a person's hypnotized, they look like they're just sitting there with their eyes closed, very relaxed. In a sense, the body is asleep, but the mind is still awake. The mind is able to hear what I'm saying and follow my suggestions. Your mind is relaxed, and your mind has become very sensitive to my hypnotic suggestions.
Once Gina became hypnotized, Paul began to work on the fears locked in her unconscious mind.
And just remember a time you felt really, really confident. See through your eyes. If I suggest, think about a time when you felt confident, and then I make certain suggestions to enhance that feeling. The intensity of the feelings get turned up as well. Make the pictures bigger, brighter, bolder. Double it again, and double it again. That's it, all the way around. And then just relax. I'm going to ask her to imagine certain things, but I'm going to disassociate her from the bad feelings, the bad memory. As the aeroplane taxis down the runway, you feel good. And as it picks up a graceful, exciting speed, you remain delightfully surprised at how confident and secure you feel.
In the final moments of the session, McKenna asked Gina's unconscious to reduce the intensity of her fear in gradual increments.
I'm going to talk to you through a system called finger signals. This one means yes, this one means no. So if your fear level would have ordinarily have been around the 100 mark, I would like you to indicate at what level we can take it down to with the yes signal. 90, 80, 70, 60, 50, 50. Okay, I'd like to take it much further down for the purposes of what we want to achieve today. Would that be acceptable?
Amazingly, the level kept dropping and dropping and dropping.
5, 4, 3, 2. Leaving it at 2. So there's just a polite, gentle reminder from your unconscious that it's protecting you and looking after you.
What happens if she starts panicking?
I will have installed a psychological switch. It'll be something like a squeeze of her fingers, or I'll touch her hand. And that will instantaneously produce a change in her state of mind. 4, nearly back now, feeling really good. 3, 2, surprised at your own ability. 1, wide awake. How do you feel?
Great.
Yeah? How long did that feel like that you had your eyes closed for?
A long time.
A long time. Well, it was, in fact, how long was it?
18 minutes.
18 minutes. Okay, so shall we go and try it out?
Yeah.
When we come back, Gina will attempt to fly on an airplane for the first time in 8 years.
Put to the Test will continue in a moment here on ABC.
Welcome back. Now, the results of our test with hypnotist Paul McKenna. His claim he can rid Gina Wojciechowski of her fear of heights in under 20 minutes.
Remember, Gina has not been able to fly in an airplane for more than 8 years and avoids situations like being in an elevator or climbing even a small ladder.
Now, for the dramatic conclusion.
After just 18 minutes, Paul McKenna claims that Gina is now completely free of her paralyzing fear of heights. Well, now it's time to put Paul's hypnotic powers to the extreme test. Here at a small airport in Chino, California, a C-123 transport plane is standing by to take Gina on a flight that could change her life forever. Built to deploy troops in Vietnam, C-123s are designed to be practical, not comfortable. So why would McKenna choose this particular plane for Gina's test flight?
I want to show people not only that it's possible to change very quickly, but it's possible to change very dramatically very quickly.
On board, we were met by one of the pilots for a pre-flight briefing. As a precaution, we would also fly with a paramedic because we had no idea how any of us would react once we were in the air. And we were fitted with safety harnesses we would wear for the duration of the trip.
When I first saw the plane, it looked old, it looked ancient, it was intimidating. It was overwhelmingly big. It looked like it was going to fall apart. I'd never seen a plane like that before.
After 30 minutes of preparation, it was time. The plane began to taxi down the runway. All eyes were on Gina. Now no longer hypnotized, would the power of Paul's hypnotic suggestions be enough for her?
So you just want to fire off a bit of confidence, get acclimatized to it all, okay?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, go to 1
When I
point.
flew before, the taxi was the absolute worst part. My hands would be firmly planted on the armrests, my feet planted on the floor. I was ready for the worst. And this time, I wasn't thinking about anything. The taxi was great. I was just having fun.
Then, the next crucial moment, takeoff.
Previous takeoffs, you know, I'm constantly thinking, what's going to go wrong? Throughout the whole flight. This time, the plane takes off. I'm looking out the window. I'm telling Dana and Paul, look out the window, look.
Oh, wow.
I'm just loving it. I never felt that way before in a flight.
The plane climbed to cruising altitude, and we prepared for the most challenging phase of the test. Gina agreed to let us open the cargo doors. Then she would stand face to face with the wide open view 3,500 feet below.
Wow, this is so awesome. I cannot believe this. Wow, so cool. I love it. I love it. Wow, this is so awesome. How do you like this? Oh my gosh, cool.
I stood on the back of the plane. I felt like I was on top of the world. It was like nothing I'd ever experienced before. I didn't want to land. I was ready to circle around some more.
I'm not going to believe this. This is the ultimate ride. I am so happy. I had a blast up there. You couldn't imagine. Oh my gosh. Penny, it was the greatest. All thanks to you.
I'm just like in shock. I really am. I'm in total shock.
I couldn't have done it without Paul McKenna. I mean,
I thought she would be confident. I didn't think she would be that confident. I was a bit surprised because, you know, her confidence was really there.
How is this going to apply to your life now?
It's going to open up all new doors and avenues to things that we would have never done before or had the opportunity to do because of me.
We're so happy for you.
Thank you.
She looks like Rocky out there, someone who's able to conquer the world. But Dana, her transformation
Next half hour to talk about that. But right now, Spencer Christian is here with me in New York, taking a look at the weather. Pretty cold out there where Charlie is.
Yeah, it certainly is. Not so cold out west, but it's rainy and messy and snowy in the mountains. California.
Here, TV PG, so that you know we expect you to watch all of our shows right along with your children. Welcome, 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 and thank you so much for joining us today. You know, hypnotist Paul McKenna has been on our show many, many times, and every time he's here, he continues to make us all laugh. And I'm going to tell you something. Everybody keeps writing in and saying, Montel, please have that guy back. It was so hysterical. So today, Paul is back with us to have some more fun, as well as to help some people, some of our guests, who have some fears and some phobias. One woman's afraid to fly. Another woman's afraid to walk across a bridge. There's even another lady who'll be joining us a little later who's scared to death of dogs. And Paul does his magic with these people to make them get over their phobias. So before we get any further, please welcome Mr. Paul McKenna to the show. Paul, good to see you, buddy. How are you?
Thank you.
Sid, please. You know, Paul, I gotta tell you, now I know a lot of people have seen you because you've been on the show now. This is now your 5th time on the show.
Yeah.
And every time you're here, we have a lot of fun and we do funny stuff, but hypnosis isn't just about funny stuff, correct?
Absolutely. The reason I do the
He's a hypnotist. Paul McKenna is currently starring in his own show on Broadway. You don't get that easily. Welcome him to our show. Howdy, Paul. What were you doing with those ballet dancers yesterday? Where did you get those ballet dancers?
Well, your people kindly assembled an audience like we have today, and then I selected the people who I thought would be the most imaginative and creative people from that group. They're all volunteers. I'd never met these people before, and then I hypnotized them. We had some fun, and then we've asked them to come back today, and we're going to have some more fun with them.
Did they all show up today?
Oh, yes. Well, I gave them a hypnotic suggestion that they would.
Oh! Wait a minute. That's a great thing. You give somebody a hypnotic suggestion that they'll ask you for a second.
The secret is that I've been having a sexual relationship with one of his friends.
And more secrets.
Oh, my God. Wow.
The best kept secrets ever. Next Sal.
Broadway ticket. We're here with hypnotist Paul McKenna and our audience volunteers who look like they're not thrilled with today's show. They're all out. Let's have some fun. You told us you could make New Yorkers think that they are cowboys and they come from our western states. Let's see you do that.
Okay, now I'm talking to each and every one of you here on the stage. Sit up, straighten your chairs, arms stretched out in front of you. I want you to imagine you're sitting on a horse. I want you to pull the meanest face you've ever pulled. I want you to imagine you're John Wayne. You're John Wayne and you're out to catch Jesse James. I'm going to come and touch you on the shoulder. And I want you to tell me what you're going to do when you catch that boy Jesse James. What you're going to do when you catch that boy, partner?
I'm going to kick his ass.
Catch that boy, partner. Tell me.
I'm gonna tie him up and beat him.
I want you to tell me what you're gonna do when you catch that boy, partner.
I'm gonna slap him.
All right. What you gonna do when you catch that boy? Tell me.
I'm gonna shoot that buckaroo.
He said buckaroo. This is very serious. When you work with people, you sometimes work with them for self-esteem. For what else?
Well, I work with a lot of athletes, helping them improve their performance, because some athletes, you know, they train physically for an event for many years, and then they just hope they're going to feel good on the day. So I make sure that they are in peak condition
and
psychologically.
That they feel good.
Yeah.
Now, I understand you can convince a person there's someone else. Now, all these people were pretty good liars, but do any of them believe? I mean, can you do that? Make them believe there's someone else.
Absolutely. In fact, I think this gentleman would be a good candidate. Hi. How you doing?
How you doing?
Sleep. Because when you wake up in the next few moments, when you hear the next piece of music, you're going to believe that you're the one and only, the legendary Michael Jackson. Okay? As soon as the next piece of music starts to play, you'll be leaping about the stage like him. But when it stops, You'll stop, wonder what on earth you've just been doing. Eyes open, wide awake. So, do you know, I've hypnotized some of the people here today.
I don't believe it.
No, no, obviously, no, because you're not hypnotized, right?
No.
No, just checking, that's all.
Michael Jackson!
Good.
He invited Claudia Schiffer in, and what goes on?
He made her wear his tie.
He made her wear his tie. And what else?
And take notes at the desk.
I see. What about you? What's your name?
Buster.
And what do you do for a living?
I'm a male prostitute.
I see. Do you have any famous clients?
Sally.
Currently, as you can tell, hypnotized. And in a moment, we are going to see what can happen when someone is under a hypnotic spell. But first, I want to introduce you to the man who will control the minds of our guests for the next hour. He's just finished an enormously successful run on Broadway called Paul McKenna's Hypnotic World. Please welcome, ladies and gentlemen, the world's leading hypnotist, Paul McKenna. Now, Paul, I know you're going to start right in with our guests, but in layman's terms, for all of us who really don't know exactly what kind of a world you live in, that I am hosting this show butt naked.
In fact, when you wake up, when you look through the magic X-ray spectacles, whoever you choose to look at in the audience will have no clothes on. Especially Maury. Okay. Whoever you choose to look at will be completely...
Okay. That's enough, man.
Sure, no, just try him again.
You think they were
meet this lady here. Look.
I know. Oh, yeah. Hey, girl.
Well, that's all we've time for. There's a couple of... No, excuse me. There's a couple of ladies down. Would you like to try these, ma'am? And Maury wants to ask you something as well.
Yeah, I wanted to...
My. Hey.
Well, how do you like what you...
I've been wondering, Maury, now I know. You're not bad either.
Take them off for a second.
At 4, only on NBC 4.
Our special guest today is the world's leading hypnotist, Paul McKenna. Now, the other day, we got together, and you put me under, and it was, and I've never really been under. But the feeling I got was I wasn't asleep. I was like in a distant, you know, it was almost as if I was catnapping, something like that.
That's right. Yeah.
All right, and this is how it went. Take a look.
Your mind has become very sensitive to my hypnotic suggestions. When I awaken you, I'd like it to be that you find it completely unable. You're completely unable to tell the truth. Eyes open, wide awake, waking. So, wide awake. What's your name, by the way?
Jerry Springer.
You're Jerry Springer, the famous talk show host. Do you have any unusual hobbies or interests at all?
Tennis.
Tennis, yeah. But is there anything unusual about the way you play tennis?
Left-handed.
You play left-handed, yeah. Do you wear any unusual uniform or anything like that?
Just a jockstrap.
Just the jockstrap. So you play tennis in just the jockstrap, left-handed. Have you ever been to any other planets at all?
Mars.
Mars. How did that almost come about then?
These people were beckoning me.
These people, what, from a flying saucer or something?
Yeah.
Wow. Where did the flying saucer land?
On the golf course.
On the golf course. And what, these little guys got out and beckoned you?
Yeah.
What did they look like?
They were real small. They had point that they looked like unicorns.
Wow. Oh, can you get those up? You can try a bit harder. Whoa, they're tough, aren't they?
Maybe it's the position, you know. Bring your knees down a little bit further.
Right, yeah, that's
right. You know, a little lower back, yeah.
How's that one? Oh, yes. I tell you what, you stop for a moment. Stop for a moment, because, George, show him how it's done. Yes! Yes, fantastic.
Come on, man.
Thank
George,
you, George.
5.
Have a seat back down.
George. Give George a big hand for helping us out. World's strongest man. So, you know what, Paul, we got to take... I don't know about that. I mean, you know, nobody's going to see that, okay? We'll make sure nobody gets to see that demonstration. Is that all right?
Fine.
Do you have a girlfriend?
Yes.
Just to show you how you can make a person change a habit or something. But you can also have a little fun with these guys, right?
Absolutely.
Show us how that's done.
Okay, well, let's find out a little bit more about our subject, shall we? And I'm talking to each and every one of you. Listen to me carefully, because when I snap my fingers, you're all going to believe that you are doing your favorite thing. Ready? Now, that's it. You're all sitting up straight in your chairs, doing your favorite thing. I'm going to come along and I'm going to touch you on the shoulder, and I want you to tell me what you're up to. What about you, sir? What are you doing?
Driving my muscle car.
You're driving your car, are you? You're driving your car. Look, that driver on the right, he just cut you up. There we are. Hold on. It's a cop, it's a cop. Smile at him. That's it. Yeah, it's okay. What about you, sir? What are you doing?
I'm having fun dancing.
You're having fun dancing. What about you, ma'am? What are you doing?
I'm on the internet.
On the internet. Oh, I see. What about you? What are you doing?
Dancing.
You're dancing.
She's dancing, but you're in a nightclub, my dear. Cameras on. There you go. Oh.
What are you dancing to?
Biggie, biggie.
Okay. What are you doing, sir?
I'm dancing the country western.
What are you doing, sir?
You're singing.
You're singing, right?
I love to sing.
Oh, yes, right. Yes. What are you doing, ma'am?
Put this in your eyes. I'm on the phone.
Oh, you're on the phone. I'm sorry.
What's in your eyes?
But Paul, wait a minute. You know, I see there's some talent right here.
In his lifetime.
Not in his lifetime. All right, well, you know, we got to go to a break. But Paul, you know, what if you told all of them that it was really cold in this room?
Oh, yeah. I tell you what, it's really cold outside, but it's warm in here. That's it. Just cuddle up. That's it. Oh, that's good, isn't it? Cuddle up. That's right. Yes. Cuddle up. In fact, there we go. That's it. Oh, that's right. Cuddle up and snuggle up. There we go. That's right. Yes. Now, in a moment, when I count to 3, you're all going to be wide awake. You're all going to be wondering what on earth's going on, especially you two. Ready? 1, 2, 3, wide awake. Wakey, wakey, rise and shine. Wakey, wakey.
I think, wait, where's Monica and her husband Bill at? Monica and Bill, where are you at?
Prime Time continues. Now from Washington, Sam Donaldson.
What's the first thing that comes to mind when I say the word hypnosis? It's that old joke about you're getting sleepy, very sleepy, right? Though it's frequently still the subject of to help with everything from quitting smoking to recalling lost memories. But how much do you really know about what hypnosis is and how it works? Could you enter an altered state? To find out, when we first broadcast this story last May, our Jay Shadler agreed to go where no primetime correspondent had gone before. Not undercover, but just plain under.
Hypnosis, 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 hypnosis.
You are now entering a dimension on the boundaries of conscious perception.
Close your eyes and sleep.
It has always been a captivating phenomenon. A curious state of mind.
Head back, eyes closed, concentrate.
But hypnosis is also currently a bit of an obsession in England, where stage hypnotist Paul McKenna is one of the country's top entertainers. Tonight, he'll pack them in and then knock them dead. they will do things on this stage tonight that they would not normally do.
That's right, yes.
Why?
Well, what hypnosis does is it bypasses inhibitions, and they're just following the suggestions.
Hypnosis can be a very powerful thing.
Dr.
You're online, it's mtv.com. If you're on AOL, you type in keyword MTV. Let me introduce my very special guest, Paul McKenna, everybody. Paul, scoot on over. Come on over here. Good to see you,
Carson. Yeah.
I'm a big fan of yours.
Thank you. Well, likewise.
I've heard you on, I've seen you on shows. I know for a fact that you are the best. I'm very fascinated by hypnotizing people. Tell us what exactly this is. Many people think it's sort of a science. Some people think it's just pure magic, and some people think it's almost like something to do with medicine and the brain. What exactly is going on here?
Well, it's like psychology. You know, it's really a branch of psychology. Although doctors use it, and we also make good entertainment out of it. You know, we do shows like magic shows, but they're kind of they're comedy of the mind type shows.
Paul, how many people have you put under? And if you think back to all the people you've hypnotized, how many? Give us a big
Must be about 40,000 people.
40,000 people. Now, do you ever use this power? I mean, this is like an amazing power that you have. Do you ever use it for good and evil, or what's your
Well, I use it to try and help people, but you know, I mean, the question I'm frequently asked is, you know, do you ever use hypnosis to seduce women? And,
very good question. I didn't even
right.
have to ask it. Yeah.
Well, actually, in fact, I was talking about that very thing this morning in bed with Cindy Crawford.
Ah, Paul, yeah, let me give a high five for that one. Yeah. Very cool. So, like, what'd she say?
I can't tell you.
Yeah, that's all right. But I am very intrigued by this. What we're going to do today is we have the studio. Very good. All right, thank you very much, Kurt. All right, now, Paul, we're going to take a quick break. What are we going to do when we get back? We're going to be out there in Times Square.
We are going to send someone out into Times Square. Should we send someone out into Times Square?
Sounds good.
Yeah, sleep, because it's going to be you. Because when you wake up for the rest of the afternoon, whenever anybody says the word platypus, you will feel a compulsion to shout out something like the captain of the Titanic would shout out, something like, "Man, lifeboats," or "Iceberg ahead," something like that. Then you'll look around and wonder who on earth just shouted it out, because as far as you're concerned, it wasn't you. You'll be looking for the nut who's shouting things out moments after you've just shouted it out.
How about King of the World?
Every time you say platypus. Okay. Eyes open wide awake, wakey, wakey, rise.
All right, you know what we're going to do? Paul McKenna is here. The guy is a... we're taking this other phone call now, actually. This deals with our Times Square. Are we going to do that now? No, let's have him on the line. We're here with Paul. We've sent Jason, is his name. He's out in Times Square. Jason, let's see if you're out there. So, he'll come up here. All right, there's our crowd. Where's Jason? There he is. All right, there he is right here. Jason, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, good. Paul, you want to start taking it away here?
All right, it's pretty loud down here.
Everyone's screaming. Let's just test it out, shall we? Let's just say the word platypus.
Watch out for the iceberg!
Jason, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Who's screaming stuff out there?
I don't know. Someone just yelled real loud. Everyone's looking around. I don't know what's going on, really.
So you see an iceberg?
Hey, Jason.
Yeah.
Platypus.
Put the bird in reverse! Everyone stop!
Hey, Jason, who the hell's screaming all that Titanic stuff?
You got me. I have no clue.
Hey, walk around a little bit.
Going down?
Let me check this place out, see who's yelling.
What about your phone call?
Oh, yeah, let's take a phone call.
You hear somebody yelling?
No.
Someone's yelling. You don't hear that? I don't know. Something's going on.
Hey, let's get someone on the phone. Hello, who's on the phone?
Hello?
Yeah, what's your name?
Hey, Carson, this is Mike Severo from Waynesville, Missouri.
All right, Mike, we're going to put you and patch you into Times Square, and Jason, you can talk to him. Jason, you have a telephone call.
Yeah?
His name is Mike.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, what's going on, Jason?
How you
Your
doing?
mom looks like a platypus.
Put the boat in reverse! You hear it, right?
I'm dead.
Hey, let's take another phone call. Hello?
Hello?
Who's this?
You've just shouted it out.
How about King of the World?
Every
I'm
time
King
you
of the
say
World.
platypus. Okay. Eyes open wide awake, wakey, wakey, rise.
All right, you know what we're going to do? Paul McKenna is here. The guy is amazing. We're going to take a quick break. We'll see some hypnotic action right out there in Times Square when we get back on MTV Live.
Okay, that's
Do
it.
stick around. Plus, you at home are going to get in.
Ron Wood. I'm sorry to meet her.
She's afraid of heights.
Okay. So please welcome Paul McKenna. Hey, Paul. Okay. Tell our viewers what exactly is hypnosis and why do people seek it out?
Well, it's a technique that allows us to...
Like
forever.
It will last forever.
Yeah, absolutely. She's cured forever.
Wow.
You must be kidding me.
So this is a boa constrictor, but it's a really friendly one. And as you pointed out, it's just like...
They're so beautiful.
It's a living handbag. That's it.
I love the way they look.
Just touch its lovely skin. There we go. Look at that.
Melinda, girl, have you lost your mind?
Yes.
Yes. He's so
Okay,
friendly.
anybody in the front row want to do this without the hypnosis? I didn't think
Melinda,
so.
Melinda, tell us how you feel.